We're here today at Walsh College in Troy for the 14th Annual Nonprofit Management Conference. Today our attendees will be having a full day of breakout sessions, 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon. These sessions are in specific core areas of management for nonprofits, things like marketing and technology, leadership, governance, HR, the kind of things that nonprofits would need assistance and training in to help them operate more efficiently and profitably. The Nonprofit Management Conference is hosted by the Nonprofit Network, which is a group of over 50 nonprofit organizations within the Troy Chamber of Commerce. You don't have to be a member to attend the conference. We offer the opportunity for nonprofits all over Southeast Michigan to come for a full day of training, including their meals, and they get a chance to meet with exhibitors, people who have products and services that are of use to nonprofits.
You know, at the end of the day, for us at PNC Bank, in our community, the nonprofit sector plays a vital role in providing services to so many of our constituents in our neighborhoods. We use them as a backbone throughout the country, providing many of the basic social services that much of us take for granted. So it's our honor to support this.
Gifts for All God's Children is a 501c3 that began 30 years ago to meet needs of at-risk children in Southeast Michigan. We provide Christmas gifts, Easter baskets, school supplies, now summer camps, and we began a tutoring program one-on-one 3 years ago. So we are very active with many different groups. This conference has been invaluable.
We have a mission to really help women, children, those in need, to help them have better lives. And the way we do this is by servicing them through providing clothing, food, tutoring, those type of basic needs. We're here for a number of reasons. We want to try to learn, always to make our organization function better, and then we're always trying to make money. To do our philanthropic programs, we have to have money in. So writing grants, I went to a session on that, and I'm hoping to learn a little bit more this afternoon.
I am on 2 different areas of the Troy Historical Society's committees. One of them is fund development, so fundraising and getting people involved in fundraising. And the other one is a new one for me, which is board development, which is not only in gathering new board members, but educating them, making them the most effective, and making our organization as successful as it has been in the past. I have met some very good presenters and some excellent other guests, because sometimes you learn as much from the people you're sitting next to as you do from the presenter in the front of the room. And it's also reassuring for a volunteer to know that there are other volunteers out there and that there are organizations that are around to help us to be effective.
We love nonprofits. We think that people that do great and provide a social impact are people that we want to support. And what we do is we sell, support, implement, and train folks on a product called NetSuite, which is owned by Oracle. And very prevalent in the nonprofit space for those folks that outgrow like a QuickBooks or Peachtree or a smaller product. So when they get to the point where they want a product that can encompass all areas from fundraising to CRM to grant management and accounting, NetSuite is typically the next move for them.
We provide all sorts of different services to nonprofits. A lot of them are really mission focused and focused on providing the services that really started their nonprofit, and to actually put together a financial statement or to have somebody do an audit on that financial statement, provide some value to people. And I've had clients that go through that process and they're like, wow, I never knew that you guys would be getting into all the things that you got into, and they get some processes together and some better policies and financial practices and all of those sorts of things. You can get that from an audit, or a lot of the services we provide, we can do those sorts of things.
I'm a promotional products distributor, and I like promoting people that have a cause, that have something that they're passionate about that is important to them. We do branded items to get their name out, to get them visible, and present a polished professional image.
Well, the nonprofits, what they do is they would have me come in, and let's say they have a charitable event. I would be a presenter at the event. Folks would come in, listen to me. We taste some wine, we taste some spirits. They learn about it and have fun. We educate and entertain at the same time.
We have a Dine to Donate program. It's a partnership program. So we host a fundraising day and we give 20% back. So anybody that shows their flyer gets 20% of their bill kicked back to that nonprofit. I love nonprofits. I think it's great. I'm really active in the schools in Troy District. We work with Children's Leukemia Foundation. We are out there with walks. I think a lot of nonprofits can benefit from this conference because there's a lot of one-stop shopping for them, like CPAs and how to get a W-9. So there's a lot of great people here that can show them in the right directions.
So we really want to help nonprofits to be more effective and efficient with their money, right? Because none of us make enough. So it's finding the ways and the strategies to streamline what they're doing and to do it in very positive and effective ways. So a lot of nonprofits don't have enough staff to be able to research best practices. So we offer workshops. We do back office IT, back office bookkeeping. We serve as a fiscal sponsor for nonprofits that, they're forming a nonprofit, but they don't have their federal 501c3 yet.
What we get to do is be a part of awareness and prevention of human trafficking in Michigan and beyond. We do that through outreach and education. And so we're really experts in creating collaborative spaces. We network with professionals and advocates alike. What we aim to do is just empower everyday people to know that they are a part of the anti-trafficking movement, that everybody has a role to play, everybody can do something to intersect with human trafficking and stop it. And my organization is here to learn a little bit more about what we can be doing in casting our vision well for what we need, which I know a lot of nonprofits here really need funding. And so there's a lot of opportunity to learn from leaders and professionals on how to best do that when we're considering our ability, especially as a small nonprofit, which I'm a part of, how to do that well and to do it efficiently.
I am co-founder for A Vision for Clean Water. That's a Troy-based organization, but it has international work. We bring safe drinking water to those who need it through education and collaboration. I'm also a past president of Troy Rotary. So here in Troy, the Rotary Club is a special group. It helps not only nonprofits like my Vision for Clean Water, but all kinds of clubs and organizations. It also is a place for people who have it in their heart to volunteer, to find a way to help others. I'm here today to learn from professionals how to improve A Vision for Clean Water. I learned already how to work a succession plan for myself so that after 15 years I can retire and move on. I've also get a chance to learn from other people who are in nonprofits.
I unfortunately lost my daughter 2 years ago. This is my daughter Susie, and the nonprofit was born to honor her. We create comfort bags for children, and we partner with businesses to come in and do team engagement activities, and then we culminate with making the bags. I bring all of the materials to them. I let the business pick out what nonprofit they'd like to work with, and then I try to determine what the bag would consist of, what components could go into it. I did a couple of classes on fundraising. Michael Montgomery was the speaker and gave us some tips on how to manage our donor lists and to make sure that we cultivate those relationships.
The first one I attended was put on to give you creative ideas for writing your pitch. And basically, you come into a nonprofit knowing how to do an elevator pitch. It's very easy, 30 seconds. But to actually do a strategic, targeted pitch, you need help and resources. And this presentation gave us all of the different fundamental pieces that you would need in a pitch, as well as creative ideas to approach targeting our audiences. The second one was on social and emotional intelligence. And this was the intangibles, the body language, the tone of voice, the different way people are portraying and speaking. So as a nonprofit board member, as well as someone who works with all of the volunteers and donors, it's such an important skill to be able to read their body language and understand everything that they are conveying to you, so you can help to understand how to communicate your needs and your call to action to them. Our Yellow Line Foundation is the first ever patient-centric awareness group and support group for women and people with endometriosis. Endometriosis affects 1 in 10, which equates to 176 million women. And with a lack of funding for research, with a lack of awareness, women and girls are left to suffer and try to navigate the world with endometriosis without the proper support and care. And so our foundation strives to offer those resources and offer that support.
We are a nonprofit organization that partners with stakeholders of mental health and substance abuse. So we partner with the schools. We have Wild Lake and West Bloomfield schools, as well as some Bloomfield Hills schools. We partner with police, fire, our libraries, our health centers. We partner with Henry Ford and Beaumont to provide material to help educate the community on mental health and substance abuse. We have about 18 coalitions right now in Oakland County, and they advise us with this to help learn how to better manage our nonprofit and make the best with the funds that we have and with the volunteers that we have, and make better connections and to make the most impact with our resources. And we're very excited to learn some more strategies to do even more for our community.
We're a nonprofit that raises funding and awareness for pancreatic cancer research. And we spread awareness. We go to community events, we go to art fairs, anything to spread the word about what we do. We also have fundraising events throughout the year. I attended the LinkedIn session today and I learned a lot. I know a little bit about LinkedIn and social media, but it gave me an opportunity to learn about the business end of things and how to grow and how to get our name out there.
I just have a passion for helping people with LinkedIn, digital media, marketing, and I'm so thrilled when Jody put out the call for speakers this year to be selected to come. I was doing a presentation today on optimizing and rocking on LinkedIn in 15 minutes or less, thus the props. So a lot of fun in the room here today. Having really understood the challenges of nonprofit marketing, we're working with tighter budgets, maybe not as many resources as other organizations. So you really have to think creatively and make sure that you're focusing on the ROI of those initiatives. And specifically within social media, we have a huge opportunity to engage with our audiences, not just the people we're selling to, but our internal audiences, our employees, our board members, our donors, our volunteers, those people that are just passionate about what we do. And that's what I help people do. And having that understanding from a marketing perspective and a nonprofit marketer's perspective, that's what I bring into my business, and that's how I help my clients. I have been coming for multiple years now as a speaker and presenter, and today I'm actually an exhibitor as well. So I definitely see the value from both a participant standpoint, excellent networking. If you work in any area really, not just in a nonprofit role, but in marketing, or if you're looking to connect with people who work in the nonprofit space, this is the event to come to.
Walsh is a part of the Chamber, and actually I'm a part of one of the business development groups at the Chamber as well. So we're fully engaged with what's going on here to make sure that the people know that we're here, and then they also know that we care. So if you are looking at an opportunity to get back in school and get engaged in that whole process, we have a couple new degree programs at Walsh that you may want to consider. The first one is the Bachelor's of Science in Applied Management. It's a great degree program that allows you to come in with an associate's degree, and you can move right into that degree to go on to complete it. The other ones are Master's of Science in Organizational Leadership. So if you want a degree that helps you with critical thinking or creative thinking, you want to know what it's like to mentor, develop, and try to help your people get the skills that they need to go to the next level themselves, those two degrees that we have are something that you can actually get into looking at as a way to help develop yourself further.
The Nonprofit Spot is actually a company servicing nonprofits in Metro Detroit. So we like to say we are the go-to place for busy nonprofit leaders in Detroit. As a former nonprofit executive director, I know the needs that nonprofits often face, and they often need to have a go-to place, as we say, as a resource for various things. So it could be assistance with campaigns, it could be office assistance, it could be fundraising, long-term planning. But we have a core team of people, and we work with consultants throughout the area that actually provide direct services for nonprofits. And what makes this a little bit different than a typical consulting agency is that we actually specialize in doing the work with the organizations. Nonprofits seem to be growing in Michigan. There's an appreciation for more and more nonprofits are working in the social space, and people are coming out of working careers in business for years and going into nonprofits, and it's a growing field.
We're New Day Foundation for Families, and we help families financially and emotionally during the cancer crisis. So, when somebody is diagnosed with cancer, first of all, that is emotionally very traumatizing. Then, usually cancer is an expensive disease. Your medical expenses go way up. Your income, at least a part of the time, goes way down. And all of a sudden, you are caught in between this. And so we are a bridge for families that you don't have to be completely out of money, but when you are getting close and the house payments are hard to pay for, putting healthy food on the table, keeping your utilities going, we step in and try to pay that for about 3 months to bridge you so that you can get your treatment, adhere to that treatment, be compliant with your treatment, and then get you the best way to possibly beat this disease. We love this conference. We learn something every year.
More than ever, nonprofits need to do more with less. As times and economy gets difficult, nonprofits have fewer resources to use, and it helps them to learn how to use those resources more efficiently, or even to share resources with other nonprofits. So besides the training, these attendees get the opportunity to meet other nonprofit professionals from organizations all over Southeast Michigan, which can help them do what they do better.
And networking with other people so that you can form alliances with other nonprofits, that's critical in my book.
And I've always found it fantastic, really. Some really good contacts, not to mention all the good people that we run into from other organizations.
And it's been very valuable to be a member of the Troy Chamber, which entitles you to be a member of the nonprofit network.
I love it. I love that there's an event focused on helping nonprofits. That is huge, and I would love to attend next year.
I've learned a lot every time. I'm very excited and make sure that I plan it every year.
We were here last year and I learned a lot then, but I'm so much more confident this year. It's really cool to see how I've grown, how our organization has grown.
I'm an ambassador for the Troy Chamber. They're a great group of people. I'm part of a BDG group, which is a networking event. This chamber is huge compared to a lot of other chambers in Michigan. It's a great networking group to be involved in.
And as an exhibitor, as a presenter, you get access to just a phenomenal group of people. Within the nonprofit community, I find they're really passionate about their jobs, and they're also passionate about networking and helping each other. So it's just really a great event, and I've recommended it to so many people.
Troy Chamber and Welsh College put on an amazing nonprofit resource conference. If you're looking for anything related to nonprofit management, communication, strategic planning, this is the place to be.
Anyone interested in learning more about the nonprofit network can call the Troy Chamber or go to our website, www.troychamber.com, and learn about the nonprofit network and the members that make up that organization.